Ready for some shocking twists and emotional drama? Next week on Coronation Street, December 23rd to 27th, the Platt family faces a Christmas like no other. With a surprise proposal, a dangerous showdown, and Gail making a life-changing decision to leave Coronation Street for good. But that's not all. Lauren's fate hangs in the balance as she heads to her plea hearing, and Carla stuns everyone by going public with her new relationship. Curious about all the drama? Stick around as we dive into the 15 huge spoilers for next week, and don't forget to subscribe to Episode Whisper for all the latest Coronation Street updates, shocking reveals, and must-know spoilers. Let's get into it. Now, as Audrey tries to sabotage Gail's relationship, Audrey catches Jesse lying to Gail to hide the money laundering scheme he's involved in with David. Certain that Jesse is a terrible match for her daughter, Audrey issues a stern warning to Gail, threatening to cut ties with her completely if she goes through with the marriage. Later in the week, Audrey makes another bold move to stop Gail from leaving for France with Jesse. She reveals that both Jesse and David are deceiving her, but will this be enough to prevent the wedding? 2. Gail gets a surprise visitor. Gail is shaken and deeply hurt after hearing Audrey's shocking revelations. Her mind is racing with doubt, frustration, and confusion as she tries to process everything. Feeling overwhelmed, she decides to retreat home for some peace and quiet. Alone on the sofa, she struggles to make sense of it all, her thoughts swinging between anger at Audrey and questioning if there's truth to her warnings about Jesse. Exhausted, she drifts in and out of sleep, but the weight of the situation keeps tugging at her, leaving her restless and uneasy. Just when Gail thinks she's reached her breaking point, an unexpected visitor arrives, catching her completely off guard. The visit forces her to confront the truth she's been avoiding and challenges her to think clearly about her future. With emotions running high, this moment could be the push Gail needs to finally make up her mind about Jesse once and for all. Is this the clarity she's been searching for, or will it leave her even more conflicted? 3. Gail's last day in Weatherfield arrives. It's Christmas Day, but for Gail, it's far from the festive cheer most people are enjoying. Today isn't just about presents or family dinners. It's the day she's meant to marry Jesse and start a brand new chapter of her life. But with everything weighing on her, Gail is at a crossroads. Should she follow through with the wedding, ignoring all the warnings and doubts swirling in her mind? Or take a step back and really ask herself if this is what she truly wants? The idea of leaving Weatherfield behind might be tempting, but is Jesse the right person to do it with? As the big moment approaches, Gail is consumed by uncertainty. This decision isn't just about Jesse. It's about her future, her happiness, and whether she's ready to take such a huge leap with someone she's no longer sure she can trust. The pressure is on, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Will she stand by Jesse and say, "I do"? Or will she shock everyone by walking away and starting over on her own terms? 4. Toyah is arrested. Nick returns from holiday, and Leanne quickly puts the next stage of her plan into action, warning him that there is a problem with the bistro business accounts. Finding a series of unexplained payments to TLH Holdings, Nick asks the bank to freeze the account. Later, police arrive at the bistro to arrest Toyah on suspicion of fraud. 5. Leanne tries to implicate Nick. Leanne's anger grows when she finds that Nick has splashed out on Christmas presents for Toyah. Using this situation to her advantage, Leanne heads to the police station and shows the presents to Craig. She suggests that Toyah and Nick must have been in on the alleged fraud plan together. 6. Toyah and Leanne's tensions boil over. On Christmas Day, Toyah tries to forget about her arrest ordeal as she helps Nick to prepare the bistro for Gail and Jesse's wedding. However, the police soon reappear to announce that Toyah and Nick need to answer further questions about the fraud allegation. As Toyah grows increasingly suspicious that Leanne is the source of her misery, she confronts her sister, and the situation escalates into a full-blown fight. 7. Nick tries to clear his name. Nick seeks legal advice from Adam and Alia after being set up by Leanne. He then tries to do some digging for evidence, which proves Leanne's guilt. Nick's unease grows when Amy claims that he sent flirty texts while he was on holiday in Tenerife. As Nick looks through CCTV footage at the bistro, he spots that Leanne has 2 phones and could have been responsible for this too. Meanwhile, Toyah tries a softer approach with Leanne, insisting that she and Nick never meant to hurt her. Will Leanne show any remorse for her vengeful actions? 8. David's suspicions grow. Debbie invites Shona to attend her New Year's Eve party at the Chariot Square Hotel. Shona doesn't seem interested, but Debbie points out that she seemed to be enjoying the hotel well enough when she visited a few nights ago. David overhears the end of this conversation, and his suspicions grow over Shona having an affair. 9. Adam takes a tumble. On Christmas Day, David is confused when Shona doesn't give him the new aftershave that he'd found hidden away in her bag. When Adam later appears, revealing that he was given aftershave by someone as a Christmas gift, David thinks it's the final proof that he's sleeping with Shona. David asks Adam to join him for a birthday drink, but as his oblivious target downs some whiskey, David secretly sticks to water. Before long, David accuses Adam of having an affair with Shona. Shona and Sarah witness the altercation coming to a dramatic end as Adam falls down a set of stairs. 10. Daniel proposes to Bethany. Bethany gives Daniel an expensive watch for his Christmas gift, but she's underwhelmed by his reaction. Daniel is put on the spot when Bethany suggests that it's obvious he doesn't want to be with her anymore. He insists that she's wrong and gets down on one knee to propose. Will Bethany say yes? 11. Bethany reaches a turning point. Bethany takes a big step forward as she thanks Daisy for keeping her clothes safe at the Rovers. For a while, those outfits felt like a reminder of the confidence she'd lost after her surgery went wrong. But now, after everything she's been through, Bethany is starting to feel like herself again. It's not just about the clothes. It's about reclaiming the part of her that's been missing. That simple moment of asking for her old wardrobe back speaks volumes about how far she's come. She's finally ready to embrace who she is, scars and all. And this newfound confidence is a turning point for her. The outfits she once avoided now feel like a way to celebrate her progress. It's clear that Bethany is no longer letting the pain of the past define her. She's stepping back into her life with a sense of strength and self-assurance that she hasn't felt in a long time, and it's inspiring to see her take charge of her own happiness. 12. Dee Dee attends an important meeting. Dee Dee is juggling a whirlwind of emotions as she takes a huge step forward in helping Frankie. Agreeing to meet with a genetic counselor is no small decision, and it's clear just how much she's willing to do for the people she loves. During the appointment, she learns about the tests that could determine if her unborn baby could be a donor for Frankie, and the weight of the situation starts to sink in. It's a lot to process, but Dee Dee is laser-focused on doing what's right, even if it means navigating an uncertain path. At the same time, life doesn't stop moving around her. With everything happening, Dee Dee knows she can't handle it all on her own. She asks Alia to stay on top of Lauren's plea hearing, showing how much she trusts her to manage things while she focuses on Frankie's situation. It's a tough balancing act, but Dee Dee's determination and love for those around her shine through as she takes on these challenges one step at a time. 13. Lauren faces a big decision over her plea. Lauren talks through her options with her solicitor, who points out that a not guilty plea would lead to Joel's murder case going to trial. This would mean Lauren's unsavory past being exposed in court, including her connections to the far-right gang. Max puts forward an alternate argument, suggesting that pleading guilty for a lesser sentence would mean Frankie growing up thinking that she was the villain in his dad's death. What will Lauren decide to do? 14. Lisa disapproves of Mason. Lisa is concerned to spot a picture on social media which shows Mason in Betsy's room. She expresses her worry, but Betsy later finds a way to turn the tables at the factory. When Carla and Lisa publicly announce their relationship to the underworld staff, Betsy ruins the moment with a sarcastic remark. Carla tries to stay on good terms with Betsy and suggests the teen should join her and Lisa for dinner at the bistro. Continuing to keep Lisa and Carla on their toes, Betsy turns up with Mason as her unexpected guest. 15. Ken and Cassie exchange gifts. Ken is thrilled when Cassie surprises him with a heartfelt Christmas gift, an album by his favorite composer. Touched by her thoughtfulness, Ken decides to return the gesture with a meaningful gift of his own, giving Cassie a scarf he brought back from Porto. Could this thoughtful exchange bring them closer together? That's a wrap on the 15 huge Coronation Street spoilers for next week. From shocking twists to emotional moments, there's so much to look forward to as Christmas drama unfolds on the cobbles. Will Gail leave Weatherfield for good? Can Toya and Nick clear their names? And what's next for Lauren and Bethany? The answers are just around the corner. If you don't want to miss a single spoiler or update, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got all the juicy reveals, behind-the-scenes insights, and breaking news coming your way. Let us know in the comments which storyline you're most excited about. See you next time on Episode Whisper.